All right, men, listen carefully. Women do not test strong men, they test weak ones. And if that bothers you, good. Because if you don't understand the test, you're going to keep failing it. And life does not reward men who fail the same test over and over. Let's get something clear first. This ain't about blaming women. This is about understanding human nature. Everything valuable gets tested. Gold gets tested. Leadership gets tested. Strength gets tested. Masculinity gets tested. Not because women are evil, but because security matters. A woman need to know, are you solid? Are you stable? Are you emotionally controlled? Or are you reactive and led by your feelings? So she tests you. Sometimes it's small. She'll disagree with you just to see if you're going to fold. She withdraws attention to see if you're going to panic. She says something slightly disrespectful to see if you're going to check it calmly or if you're going to explode. And weak men are fail because they moving off their ego. Weak men overreact, over explain, overspend, over chase. Strong men observe. Strong men don't panic when attention shifts. Strong men don't argue to prove dominance. Strong men don't buy validation. And here's the part that ain't nobody gonna tell you. The test is never about the argument. It's about your frame. If you lose composure, you lose your leadership. And once a woman feels she can control your emotions, the dynamics shift. Now she leading you. And then what happens? Respect drops, attraction fades, and chaos starts. This is the same law that the streets operate under. The streets will test you too. They're going to test your fear, they'll test your patience, and they're going to test your discipline. And if you're emotional in the streets, you do not last. If you're emotional in a relationship, you don't lead long. Now, let me say something deeper. A woman will test a man with no purpose harder than a man with vision. Because a man with no direction is easy to shape. But a man on assignment, a man who keeping God first, a man building something bigger than himself, he don't fold easy. He don't chase validation. He don't beg for consistency. He don't crumble when she pull back because his peace doesn't depend on her attention. And that's the difference. A weak man makes his woman his mission. A strong man has a mission and invites a woman into it. And when God is first, you don't idolize that woman. You respect them. You value them, but you do not worship them. And that balance keeps you grounded. If she tests you, stay calm. She feels safe. If she tests you and you stay firm, she feels secure. If she tests you and you don't break frame, she respects you. But if she tests you and you fold, you just show her she's leading. And women don't feel safe leading men. They might control you, but they won't respect you. And without respect, nothing lasts. So if you've been failing tests, don't get angry, get stronger. Build discipline, build purpose, build your spiritual grounding. Because the more solid you are, the fewer tests you'll even notice. If you lose your composure, you lose leadership. Weak men overreact. Strong men observe. The test is never about the argument. It's about your frame. A weak man makes a woman his mission. A strong man has a mission. A weak man makes his woman his mission. A strong man has a mission. Women do not feel safe leading men. Stay calm, stay grounded, stay on your mission, King, and never let emotion make you lose your position. All right, bro, we've been in here for about an